Welcome to episode 203 of the Left Behind Game Club. This week, we do a bonus part 3 of Clair Obscur, Expedition 33. Let's get right into it.
You're listening to the Left Behind Game Club.
Welcome to the Left Behind Game Club, our never-ending attempt to make sure that no game is left behind. I'm your host, Travis Colnett, and with me today, what's this? Who? Jacob McCourt?
Hi, I'm not in the host chair, and this feels great.
You've never been a guest on an episode, have you? I don't even know.
I don't think I have.
No, you haven't.
No, this is great.
Jacob McCourt is here.
Yes.
After months of being away.
Yes.
Because we've been obsessed.
Yes.
With Clair Obscur, Expedition 33.
What a video game.
And Jacob has finished it.
I have.
If you have been listening to our Clair Obscur series so far, you will know that we made fun of Jacob for not playing this game in part 1.
Yeah, I have issues with how much you made fun of me on this one.
I'm the host. You can be quiet now.
Okay.
So part 1, we talked about why is Jacob not playing this game? Everyone is playing this game. And then part 2, Jacob started the game and sent us a lovely voice clip. And now Jacob has finished the game.
I have, and I came with a list of demands today.
Yes.
And said, Travis, I will only come back to the podcast if my demands are met, which are talking about these very specific subjects.
Very
but
specific.
Not before I give you my spiel and tell you how amazing Clair Obscur Expedition 33 is.
Literally.
Uh-huh.
So, I'm going to make you do what you make us do all the time. You need to give me a fast pitch
Shoot.
on this game. Because we've talked about this. There's a couple hours of podcasts that you can go listen to right now, episodes 201 and 202 of the show.
Uh-huh.
So, everyone's heard our fast pitch. I don't need to
Yes.
do it again.
Mm-hmm.
I would love to hear your fast pitch for Clair Obscur.
Man, I guess my fast pitch here is, what if the French made a JRPG, or what if a series of Frenchmen and French women made the French version of Final Fantasy X?
There you go.
Yeah, I did
10.
it. 10.
10.
X.
You know what? Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thanks.
Lovely. Loved that.
Mhm.
Okay. So, Jacob, the listeners need to know, why did you not play this when it came out? You are definitely someone who loves being part of.
I'm in the zeitgeist.
You loved being part of the zeitgeist, especially this game took off when it came
Yeah,
out, and
it
it was
did.
it was big, and everyone was talking about it. And you didn't jump on the bandwagon for the first time in a long. I know you. You
Yeah.
usually do, and I was surprised that you didn't.
Mhm. I like to feel like I'm part of something.
Yeah.
And
That's not a bad thing.
No, not at all. And so when Clair Obscur Expedition 33 came out, it was one that was not really on my radar as much as some other big indie titles. I played Blueprints right away. I played Citizen Sleeper 2 right away. These are some of the biggest indie games of 2025. And so this one, I bought a physical copy of it because I could tell there was like a groundswell coming. So I was like, ooh, much like my copy of Concord for PS5 that is going to sit on my shelf forever until maybe someday it's worth $500 and I can buy a fancy dinner with it. I was like, I'm going to buy Expedition 33 because I will play it, because listeners of the show know in the past couple of years I've really become like kind of a JRPG person.
Yes.
I've not gone deep, but I've started to play a lot of the classics. I've played Final Fantasy VII. I've played Chrono Trigger. I played Final Fantasy 16 when it came out. And so this was a game where I'm like, cool, I'm just going to continue my journey through JRPGs and play this one.
Right.
The reason I played it in December is the other show that I'm a part of, Crossplay Conversations. Get it wherever podcasts are found.
Oh my God. Blatant plugging.
Yeah.
Wrong show.
We are part of because it is a more indie focused show, we're part of the Indie Game Awards judging council or judging jury. And so I was like, cool, in order to have an opinion, everybody's talking about this frickin' game, I need to play it. And so I think I started it. When did you guys record the first part?
It was probably around August-ish, because the game came out in April.
Yes.
And I think we just played it over the summer, and we all loved it enough, and we were kind of like, hey, we're going to play this for the pod. Typically, we do games that are a little bit older.
We had this like soft and not fast rule of it has to be out for a year before we play it.
Yeah.
But as the years have gone by, we've kind of loosened that where if we know a game is either it's one that like people are starving for game club content on, or it's one that like most of the cast wants to play, then we just throw it out the window. It's a soft rule, not a hard rule.
That's the thing, because I think most of us wanted to play it, and we're like, let's just do it, because like, why not?
We would rarely do it. I think in the whole history of the show, maybe Citizen Sleeper 2 is about the only one we've done at launch.
Yeah. Wanderstop, I think, too. But that
you're correct.
But we did that a lot this year. But that's honestly because it's a case of like, we're wanting to play games
code beforehand.
Yeah, and like wanting to play games as they come out, because I mean, a book club kind of thing is you're playing with people and able to discuss along the way, right? And so that became this game for me, very much experiencing it with a community and talking to people about it. I haven't had the opportunity for a long time to kind of play a game at launch that everyone's playing and being part of it. Like, I understand the wanting to be part of the zeitgeist because it's fun. There's an energy about it, right? And so I jumped right on it. And so it made sense that like, oh yeah, let's do an episode on it. Once we've like kind of compiled our thoughts and everything like that, we recorded an episode. I want to say, August-ish of 2025 makes sense.
Yeah. And then you did the second part a little later.
A little later.
Yeah.
Just scheduling wise, it just didn't make sense. And then by the time we were done, we were like, oh, we could just release these episodes around Game of the Year discussion because this game was getting so much buzz.
Yep.
And then you just happened to
I think I started it in the maybe early November, mid-November, and then I was playing it for the Indie Game Awards, and then I was lucky, maybe even October, and then I was lucky enough to go to the Game Awards this year.
Nice.
And so,
oh my God, jealous.
I was there. So obviously, the opening performance is a song from the game.
Yeah,
and such an incredible. I won't lie, I cried a little bit when I got to experience it in the room and got to see the flower petals and how everyone was enjoying the time.
And that's the thing. If you had not played it, it wouldn't have hit in any way. And that game swept, obviously, right? So,
and I got to see, because I had the worst seat in the house, but it was so funny to see the entire, I think most of Sandfall Interactive was there in their cosplay and their berets, and they just took up a whole freaking section of the audience itself. So, so glad I played it.
Yep.
So glad the timing, even though I didn't play it at launch and that I didn't play it when you guys played it, I almost played it at like the third best time. But really the fourth best time is any time, because this game is phenomenal.
And that's the thing. It's like, it's so, we talked about it, like how much we all loved it. For you, especially like knowing that the hype was there, people, this, Game of the Year conversation, people were really talking it up. When you started the game up, what were your initial impressions? Were your expectations set really high? Did it meet that? Did it not?
I can't think of many prologues in games that are better than Clair Obscur Expedition 33.
It's pretty good, eh?
It's 90 minutes. It teaches you the world, the stakes, the characters. It shows you the battle system, and then there's tragedy.
Yeah.
And even though I've only known these characters for 90 minutes at this point, I was bawling.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the characters just as the paintress paints the number 33, and just a group of people, including Gustav's on again off again lover, just disappear into rose petals. I was heartbroken, especially because there are games that do this, but I think that the way that their relationship was set up in the off again, on again, will they, won't they?
It's smart, because it's not like Gustav lost
his wife,
you know what I mean, or something like that. It's almost a, we could have been something, and there's a loss because they
in another time
exactly
we could have been together.
If we had more time, we weren't together. There's a grief within the grief, almost, right? This game is all about grief.
Grief for her death, and then grief for the relationship.
The relationship that could have been, right? And so you're grieving the fact that, like, it gets taken away from you. It's not a case of, like, we got to be together and be happy and have the life that we knew, and we knew this was coming. It's grieving.
There's only longing.
Yes. It's longing. It's just constant longing, right? Yeah, it's really good.
And the way that they set up characters, and for those who are picking this up, please go listen to the other two episodes, because they're quite good.
Part 1 is very spoiler-free.
Yep.
Part 2 is all spoilers.
Yes.
So if you haven't played this game, you could listen to Part 1 and get a good sense of like what the game might be.
Yep.
Obviously, like we've now done a full spoiler episode, and I think we're just going to go fully go for
So
it
here's
here.
the spoiler wall. Shout out Dave Jackson. This is where we're going to spoil everything. So
Yes.
full spoilers. Here we go.
Yeah.
The way they set up the characters, and then the most tragic part is right after the prologue is when they go to the beach.
Yes.
And just what they do there is they've set up all these characters just to put them out to slaughter.
Yeah. Literally. Yeah. You're getting like almost generic characters. Like,
Yeah.
it's funny because you get introduced to characters in that initial kind of party before they leave. You don't like you get introduced to like Lune and Ciel and Maelle and stuff, but in reality, they're barely even present for this beach scene. Like they're just immediately gone, and the game's like dead. Everyone's dead, and it's shocking. The game continues to shock. Like despite like shocking end of that prologue with Sophie, the Gommage, you get it all, and then it's like, hey, guess what? This isn't going to be like you have a huge party to play with or anything. You're pretty well on your own, like right off the hop.
And having played something like a Final Fantasy 16 within the last 2 years, you set up a crew of people who are just secondary and tertiary characters. So to my thought, given that they're such fans of classic Square RPGs, I was like, oh, you're going to have this group of characters that are maybe off in a base and are non-consequential to the story.
Right, just NPCs standing around. Yeah.
They're going to get freaking murdered,
like immediately.
Yeah.
And then because then your core group is very much like you are like 4-5 people against the entire world.
Yep.
Right? It does really make it like these are the stakes. It's very good at setting the stakes for how you're supposed to like how are they going to overcome this? It seems impossible, right? Like everything seems impossible.
On my list of demands, I brought up the beach scene because it just speaks to how beautiful the cinematography is. And I don't know if you can call a game and talk about a game's cinematography. I think you can.
You can, because there's still obviously choices made for how they're going to angle these shots, the black and white, the way that
the cuts to black,
exactly.
The when you don't know who the character is at that point, but when Renoir comes up, the way his cane just resonates in the room, and I know that's more sound.
Even just how long it lingers on certain people's faces and their reactions, like this happens multiple times. Like there is one at the very end of this game. We'll get there, but there is a look that a character gives at the end of this game to another character that just it sits with me.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
And it sits with me, and I think about that look.
Is she cross-legged while she's giving the look?
She's very mad. Yeah. But there is something about the way this game chooses what it's going to linger on and what it's going to point your direction to. And it's just really well done.
When Renoir beheads a character, that is a perfect example of they don't show the beheading. They show everyone's reactions first, and then they don't even show it in a direct way. They show it from sort of the torso down, and then you just see the head fall forward.
Exactly.
And then you see he's headless.
Yes. It's good. That's the thing. You're right to call it cinematography.
It was like a war film.
Yes, it was. That's the thing. The cutscenes are like cinematography. Or are like it's just really well done. You're thinking like how are they've chosen the framing and it's everything's so intentional. It's just
the use of soft focus in this.
Yeah.
A lot of the time they will have characters like that are in the center of the frame or in focus, and then others that are in soft focus or out of focus, and just stuff like that. This game is also beautiful.
Oh yeah,
from an art standpoint.
Yes,
just the way that they, recreate. You talked about the Belle Époque before.
Yeah.
And how they've sort of recreated a very Parisian, but not like Parisian fantasy.
Right,
is cool,
but the fact that they can like kind of pull it in and be like, it still looks Parisian, it still looks French, but also this is like some fantastical world that is beautiful with colors everywhere. Like their choice of what they choose to color in this color or like accentuate and like
Mhm.
even in that opening area after the beach, like you get these trees that are like this beautiful hue of blue,
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
it's just stark, and
Yep.
it's the art direction for and obviously like the game is playing with the fact that like it's all painted, it's all, you can kind of play with colors like that. It's not just like the fact that the world is just the way it is because they're in a painting.
Yeah.
But like but it uses that fact, that story beat, to then give reason for why the world is as beautiful as it is, right? And as like insane looking as it is, right?
What else was on my list of demands?
So, I mean, we've talked about how everything, like these cutscenes are framed, the cinematography, on top of the fact of it's the acting too.
Yeah, yes.
Paired with it, right? Like the voice acting is insane, but the motion cap work is also really, really good.
And I think I watched Andy Serkis talk about it, and one, I don't think Andy Serkis, even from me, gets enough flowers, one, for his work in the industry.
Yeah.
If there's ever an award that is given for motion capture from the Academy, for example, Andy Serkis needs to retroactively win an award
get them
for
all
it.
lifetime achievement.
But he was talking in an interview about how much of a challenge it is for him, because he typically does both the motion capture and the voice himself.
And this, he was just the voice?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because they had already done a lot of the motion capture, and those motion capture artists, I mean, even Gustav,
Maxence
Cox, Charlie Cox.
Oh, yeah, Charlie Cox, yeah.
Charlie Cox was talking about how I just went in for a couple of hours,
right?
And a lot of the credit should actually go to the motion capture artist, because not only did they do motion capture, but they also voiced a reference for them, which we don't know if they used or not, but essentially all they had to do was paint to the motion that had already been done.
Exactly.
Which is, I think, is sort of atypical. It almost struck me as they had a budget, and then Kepler Interactive realized, oh, this game's going to be huge. We can give them more budget here to go after top tier voice acting talent and Hollywood talent.
And that's the thing. Like I saw some interviews and stuff about how like early on, right after the beach, there's that scene with Lune and Gustav after Gustav is having like some thoughts of like just ending it all, and Lune's.
Oh, that was
that
incredible.
Scene is so well done.
Yeah,
I love that
Yeah.
scene. It's amazing. It's amazing voice acting work on both of their parts, but especially for Lune. Like, but I was reading. I saw an interesting interview about it where like she is saying like she didn't do that opposite Charlie Cox.
Wow.
She just is doing that based on the prompts and like the talking over each other, and the like they tried to make it feel very natural, because the characters they argue and they fight and they talk over each other, but like the delivery of the lines, the writing is great, and also the delivery, because you can have bad writing and the delivery is good, or vice versa. It's like everything was singing at the same time here, and it's interesting just because like she just delivered those lines, and that argument between the two of them about whether or not, like, do we go after Maelle or do we continue our mission, because like when one falls we continue, like the delivery is so good. And but it's a combination of the cinematography and what they're choosing to focus on, and the back and forth and the cuts between the two characters, even in this small moment. It's just so well done, and that continues to happen over and over and over again in this game.
He's like slumped over by a rock.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and then they're fighting over like this campfire essentially, but like their argument sounds like it's impressive that they did this not in person. She's just like, I think her name is Christy Ryder. I think it's Christy Ryder. She just delivers like an incredible performance against nothing. Like, I don't understand how you even do that. Like, it's kind of nuts to me that the work that was done in the voice acting, the fact that like the English voice actors were not the motion capture people, and they still delivered amazing performances. It's just so good.
Maybe is Esquier the only one where it's both?
So Esquier in English like is Maxence Cardosa, something along those lines. He's the motion capture for Gustav, and he may have even been motion capture for maybe even like Verso. Like, I think he did a lot of the motion capture for the game, but he's also the voice of Esquier.
Yes, he is Maxence Carzola.
Yes. Well, yeah, I knew it was close, but he's great. And so like that's the thing, but he was also primarily working off of other French actors who did all of the motion capture. So like all of essentially it's just dubbed over in English. Like all of this game has been dubbed over in English, and it's just like so well done.
Which if I ever go back to play it, I almost want to go back and get the French.
I almost like thought about like, when I initially thought about playing this game, I'm like, do I play this game in French? Like I would understand it.
Yeah.
But also like, it's kind of like watching Japanese, like anime in Japanese with subtitles or not. It's like, do I want the real experience or do I want, but then I heard how good like just the voice acting was in English. I was like, and I'm glad I did it this way. But yeah, if I were to replay this game, do I do it in French just for the sake of like really feeling it?
To.
Yeah, why not? But then again, I miss out on like really good delivery of like some of these things. Like so, like we've talked about like a few of them, but like the two that we haven't really touched on is Ben Starr and Jennifer English, who just like crushed it.
They certainly did.
Oh my god, like Maelle might be one of my favorite characters of all time.
That is unsurprising given
100%.
Yeah.
And I'm sure whoever Ben Starr plays is one of your favorite characters of all time.
He's dreaming.
It doesn't matter who Ben Starr plays, it's your favorite character.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, no. Jennifer English's Maelle is insane. Like she deserves all of the awards that she's getting for it because there's so much nuance to Maelle. And she plays that character so well. Like you feel for her, you understand where she's coming from, and like when she makes like maybe like more brass decisions, you're like, yeah, I get it though. Like, I get it. I don't know. They're just, and
she's also playing much younger too.
Yeah, 100% because Maelle's like what 16.
Yeah. So that was impressive. Also, in that she technically plays two characters. Also,
yeah. There's definitely a case of like because she's playing painted Maelle too.
Yep.
Who is 100 like very different. I read somewhere, I think in an interview or something, about how they very like voice like I don't think they did voice, they might have voice modulated her a little bit, but like it's her playing like very deep and weird because they didn't want it. I mean, obviously you look at the two of them and it's like that's kind of like bizarro Maelle, like, but you're kind of like, is it? And then the voice isn't quite right, and but I guess I'll have to ask you, like, how much you did later, like, in terms of, like, additional content later on, because I'm curious how much you got of her playing, like, the painted Maelle stuff, because there's more that's additional content that, like, you may not have seen.
I think after the credits rolled, I played maybe another 3 hours just to see, like, just to poke around. And then there are one or two bosses in the overworld, one of which I was appropriately leveled to take down.
Nice.
And so I think I played for about 2 or 3 hours, and I don't know exactly where my playtime landed. I'm assuming somewhere in the 40s.
Okay.
And I kind of went, I think I'm good.
Yeah.
I enjoyed this very much.
Yeah.
I would rather spend the extra 2 or 3 hours watching the Jacob Gellers of the world,
right?
Break it down,
writing really really good video essays, and just watching those instead. Yeah, very good. So since you kind of talked about it, so you're
on voice actors.
Oh yes, to finish that.
We Charlie Cox.
Yeah,
I think his performance was very good.
Yeah,
I think that we talk about Jennifer English, we talk about Ben Starr, we talk about Andy Serkis. And he should very much be like the 4th or 5th person or the 6th person that we talk about. He delivered a couple of days' work that were very good.
Yeah, like very good.
But I will continue to say I think Andy Serkis's performance is underappreciated in this.
Which is interesting, right?
Yes.
When you're like Andy Serkis, probably like the biggest name on this game, is the one that is the most underrated. Which is very interesting.
And did a lot of work on it, too. Not a lot of work, but probably more work than Charlie Cox
Yeah,
did.
and like, because he also plays 2 versions of Renoir, too, that also are very different, but very believable.
Yep.
Like, there is something, despite the fact that Renoir kind of is our main antagonist, generally speaking, there is still something about Renoir that you understand his reasonings. You understand the whys of what he's doing, and you can sympathize with
There's
him.
a fatherly softness to what he's doing.
There is, especially once you actually meet the real Renoir and not the painted version of him. And there's an aspect of Renoir where you're like, no, he just wants his family back.
Yeah.
Like, he's doing all of
At
this
any cost.
At any cost. But it's also kind of like, you can sympathize with him because he's kind of like, you're all playing pretend. Let's go home.
Let's all go and heal.
Yes. And none of them want to.
No.
But it's he's just so good. And you're right, he doesn't get the credit that he gets out of it because he's the antagonist, because you don't spend as much time maybe like in camps cutscenes, you know, getting to romance him or vice versa. That doesn't make sense because you're Verso. Oh God. But a
boy can dream.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh no.
Cut that.
But you don't spend
the boy
as much
is
time.
me. That's true.
Yeah. Here we go. Yeah. You don't spend as much time with him, right? But the moments that he does deliver, he's sympathetic for being our villain, quote unquote.
It's because he's not the traditional JRPG go kill God.
Right. Yeah. Honestly, if you're thinking like go kill God, it's the Paintress. Like the game sets up a go kill God.
Yes.
And then inverts it on you.
And then it's like, oops, it's not though.
It's not.
Yeah.
Which is nice. It does that where it's like,
kill God in this box.
Yes.
And then killing God in this box actually just breaks the box and you see what's outside of it.
Exactly.
And somehow it's worse.
Right. Exactly. And you're like, oh shoot, maybe God was fine. No.
Let's believe in God.
Maybe we should just let God do her thing. And we would have been okay. But no. We killed God and now everything's messed up. But yeah, no, it's really good. Like, there's a lot of really good, underappreciated, especially because everyone is so strong in this game with the voice acting.
Yes.
Like, and I said this in our part 1, but like, I really loved like CL and her voice actor. Voice actress, she was great. Like, there's even like the Paintress. I don't even know her name. In like the actress who played the Paintress, like she doesn't get anything, and I feel like there's some really good stuff that she gets to say, especially in that fight. Like there's some really good stuff that you just don't see. On top of the fact that like there's a lot of fun. Like SKA doesn't get, like everyone loves SKA, and like it's just,
and it's a combination of like at the campfire. There's a lot of fun like Verso SKA moments where they're clearly like buddy, and there's some moments. Some comedic moments that you don't often get in games where the writing and the delivery is so snappy. And the camera cuts are very
especially
comedic.
with Minoko too. Like the three of them, Verso, Minoko, SKA, like the three of them are
I'm
just
thinking
delivering.
more Minoko than SKA where that little moment
But even
happens.
then, yes.
Yeah.
But SKA, but SKA too, like they're just
the wine moment between SKA and the group.
Wee woo, like there's it. This game is really funny. Like, this game is really funny. Despite it is very much like laughing through the pain.
Yeah.
It's like, how else am I going to deal with the grief that this game is presenting me with? It's, I guess we're going to just like kind of joke about it. Yeah, it's really, 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 really funny.
Do you find yourself playing older games and wishing that there were new discussions about those games? Enter Tales from the Backlog. Hi, I'm Dave Jackson, and on each episode, I'm joined by a guest to break down those games that may be stuck in your ever-expanding backlog. Each episode looks at one game in depth, focusing on mechanics, story, music, and other aspects with no spoilers until a clearly marked spoiler wall in the middle. If you've played the game, go ahead and climb that spoiler wall and enjoy in-depth story discussions, and if not, jump out when we warn you and maybe go play that game for yourself. We have over 100 episodes in the feed, everything from Disco Elysium to Tunic to discussion episodes about how to get into horror games, and if games actually need to be fun, or if they have more to offer. I guarantee that there's something in there for everybody. Once again, that's Tales from the Backlog, available wherever your podcasts are found.
Do you feel like you're the only person in your circle who wants to go deep about video games regularly?
We were like that too, until now.
Welcome to Crossplay Conversations, the brand new bi-weekly topical video game podcast from Luke Lewis,
Joseph Hooper,
and Jacob McCoy.
With many years of breaking it down separately on shows like the Left Behind Game Club, Player Podcast, and Lukewarm Games, the gang is finally coming together to publish their gaming group chat in audio form every other week.
Expect roundtable reviews of the latest games, profiles of upcoming indies, and insightful conversations about essential topics in the video game industry. all with a mostly positive, insightful, and fun style.
Help us out by subscribing on your podcast platform of choice to get the first episodes delivered straight to your feed.
And follow us on Twitter at Crossplay Convos for updates about the show.
Cheers and happy gaming.
So to keep going, we've talked about like kind of your impressions of the story and the characters and stuff like that. In terms of the gameplay, how did you play? How did you feel? Did you like the gameplay? How much of the optional stuff did you do? Let's dig into it.
So my party, remind me what your party was?
All women.
Of course. So mine started with either Gustav or Verso, and then Maelle always.
Yep.
And then it was me flipping back CL with her card mechanic.
Yep.
I just could not.
Oh, gotcha.
I just could not. So it actually, at the start was that, and then I started adding Lune in.
Okay.
And so I was like Maelle, Lune, and what I ended with was Maelle, Lune, and Minoko.
Interesting.
Because I didn't understand and appreciate Minoko's gotta get their feet to get their powers malarkey.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Until very late in the game.
Gotcha.
When there are parts in the game where you retread.
Yes.
And as you retread, you just fight all the enemies that you fought before.
So you're pretty much able to get a bunch of stuff.
You can get all the feet that you need.
Yeah.
And so by the end of the game, and through sort of, I would say like the back 30 to 40%, it was Lune, Maelle, and Minoko.
Yeah.
And I very much played the build that I'm sure everybody did, where they need to just figure out the right combination to power up Maelle.
Gotcha.
So she could use her APUC or her little stabby attack.
I don't even know how to say
the one
it.
that like just stabs up from the ground.
Yeah.
That when you end up getting, painted power, it can do 30,000-40,000 in damage.
Is that what you were doing most of the time? Was like everyone
setting up Maelle
to then one shot or so the whatever you were fighting?
100%, yes.
Gotcha. Okay.
And I didn't really understand like Lune's stains. It really took me a while to understand the interplay between them and how to get the right combinations of stains.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I don't know if you guys talked about this in detail.
Yeah.
But with her stains, you kind of have to either spec in sort of two colors directions so that the two colors can play off each other.
Yes.
Or you have to have a very specific flow that might involve four stains, but you know exactly what
you got to keep
is.
following the same pattern. Okay,
yes.
I've got a fire. I consume the fire, put a blue.
Yep.
Consume the blue, put a green. Consume
Yes.
the green. You're just constantly moving, right?
Yes.
I floated mostly with fire and ice. Like I kind of just used the it's very early on, but I really liked it. I just kind of kept powering up the fire one, and then sometimes like thermal transfer to kind of consume those heats to make the ice and do, you know what I mean? Like I built my game around like burning and parrying. It very much like burns, and then whatever extra Pictos will give me extra bonuses for burning or attacking burning enemies.
Yep.
And then parrying and whatever extra bonuses I can get for parrying.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get involved with the parrying, the dodging mechanics? What did you do? Because I know.
What do you think I did? Because what you think is probably correct.
You probably just dodged, or did you parry people?
So
I don't know. I actually don't know. You in a post FromSoft like world, how are you with timed button presses?
Yeah, I would say again, I'm opening myself up more and more to the world of video games.
Yeah,
I just don't have a lot of patience.
Gotcha. Yeah.
That's my Achilles heel, and so here I tried my best to engage with the parries. And there are some enemies where you kind of almost have to.
Yeah.
One, you can understand their flow really well, and two, you kind of have to.
Right.
Or else it'll just take you much longer. And so I tried with the parries, but I would say I would probably dodge more than parry.
Gotcha. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Especially when it's kind of like...
probably like 70-30.
If the risk reward isn't there for you,
yeah.
Right? Like you're just like, okay, now I just took damage and I got to waste my time healing. Like it just doesn't make any sense, right? Yeah. I had maxed out as much as I could. The like reward for parrying was I heal, I get AP, I get all these things.
Yep.
So it's like, well, why not just try to parry and like do the practicing, right? I also had lots of time at the time to. I was off for a bit, so it was like kind of I got the time to get these like attack patterns down, right?
Can I make my one big complaint about the game? Yes,
I'd love to hear
this is my number one thing that I don't think enough people are talking about as being bad. The Pictos system is bad. It's not good.
I think
it's needlessly complicated.
It's complex. Like I understand the idea of like, okay, you equip it, now it's available for everyone. I think the UI and the system of it
but
makes
also
it
that
complex.
You don't fully understand, and they might say it, but you don't internalize that, oh, the Pictos benefit to your speed or your HP. That's actually almost more important than what the Picto does.
Yes. Yeah, it's you're doing like the stat buffs are what you're equipping, and you can only equip 3 of those.
Yeah.
And then the other stuff, which is kind of the like, oh, I get some AP, or as opposed to like, oh, I get like 200% more health. It's like that; those you don't get, and
I get 1,000 more health.
Exactly. Yeah. It's yes, I agree. It's a bit. It's overwhelming and complex.
Yes.
It's
kind of the worst part of the game.
Yeah.
And look, if that's the worst part, then I think they're doing something right.
Yeah. Like my one big complaint was the fact that I couldn't save loadouts of what Pictos I had, because if I had to change my strategy for like, okay, this boss has Blight and I need to like swap out Pictos back and forth so that I could do Blight stuff, which Pictos did I take off to do it? Well, I made that complaint in our last episode. It's part of the DLC. I was literally looking that They
up.
literally added that aspect
because I was like, hold on, I saw that.
They did. They added it. That was my number one complaint about the
Game Awards post DLC
stuff that I touched. I went into a little bit. I have not completed. I definitely went just to touch on the DLC just a smidge.
That's like the Verso's drafts.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a fun, like colorful, celebration-y kind of area.
Fun.
I went into it. It's been months since I've played, and I was like, "Oh no, I'm bad at this game." It was hard. I fought one enemy. A lot of it, there's like a lot of mini games to play. I did a lot of exploring. It felt really good to get back into that game, but also I fought one enemy, and it took me forever. Like I didn't die, but I was just like, and that's me. Like everyone's level 99, like they're maxed out. I also like had to undo my Maelle like nuke build.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because I wanted to play it like legitimately, as opposed to like
what's her nuke build?
Like what you were doing, like kind of powering up Maelle to be able to one hit things. I had to do that for Simon, and near the end, like it was very much like a get through some of Simon and then get her strong enough so I can like kind of one hit him, or at least get close enough to one hit him.
Yep.
But I didn't want to do that just for like generic enemies.
Yep.
So I had to kind of remember, oh shoot, like how do I undo all of these things, because I was like killing CL, resurrecting her, full power. It was a whole shebang. And so I spent a lot of time undoing all the Pictos, which was then I was confused.
Yeah.
Like to your point, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't remember it. When you're in it, you're doing it, it's fine. But when I was doing after the fact, like after not playing for months, it was like, oh my gosh, I have no idea like where I left off. So it was undoing my Maelle like nuclear bomb thing so that I could just play the game legitimately, because I thought I want to play like the combat is so fun that I want to play the game legitimately.
I had the most incredible moment with Maelle and one of her Pictos, because she gets the ability to Gommage.
Yeah.
Very late in the game.
Love it.
I did not use Gommage. This was not intentional. It just worked out. The first time I used Gommage was on Renoir.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yes.
amazing. So
Yeah.
you're like, get out. Papa va-t'en. Like you're
Papa
like,
va-t'en, exactly. Yes. And it didn't kill him, but it was the first, but it took like 2/3 of his health.
Right.
And so that was the first, and it was incredible.
Yeah.
Because even now, because I played it on PlayStation 5, it saves the trophy moments.
Right.
So I have the trophy moment automatically saved of me using Gommage for the first time.
Amazing.
It was the
good.
best.
That's the thing. This game is good at setting up little moments,
Yeah.
especially because the synergies between the characters, you can really like, you're building up, I'm going to do something really cool here. And if it all lands at the same time, the game it feels really good. It's so satisfying.
Because that's they're called painted attacks. Is that what that?
Yeah.
is called?
They're kind of like their big like kind of limit breaky kind
Yeah.
of moves, right? Like more.
And so you need the full 3 bars to do that one.
Yeah.
And you only get 3 bars in very long battles.
Yeah.
And so it was just such. And I bet you if you asked 100 players, I wasn't the only one that did a Gommage for the first time at the end.
At the end, because you're not really you're not getting to that point where you're gonna like you're especially when you're doing a Maelle 1-hit build, you're not doing long enough fights to really even build that up in the first place, right? So you're not seeing those attacks very often. Interesting. So yeah, generally with the game, did you end up doing a lot of side stuff? Do you feel like did you kind of like mainline more or less? Did you do some of the character stuff?
So I did all of the character stuff. I maxed out all of my relationships at the campfire.
Nice.
Or at camp. I did a few of the optional bosses. I would essentially, if I saw an optional boss, I would try it. And if it was one that was clearly very underleveled, I would just leave it.
Yeah.
But if it was one that I was like, I think I could 5 or 6 battles, I could figure this out, I would do it.
Nice.
So I would say I probably did maybe 4 or 5 optional bosses.
Nice.
Did all the camp relationship stuff.
And like all their little side missions.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
those were
yeah.
good.
They were.
Yeah.
They were. And some of the stuff that you just... I feel for somebody who doesn't play those.
Yeah.
Because you don't get some of the juiciest story stuff.
It's interesting that
out
they're
of the
kind of like
relationships.
in that act 3
Yeah.
that you could just go straight to the end and miss it.
Mm-hmm.
I would almost like those are good things. Like they're really, really good little moments.
Yeah. I mean, the CL and Verso relationship just in itself is worth the price of admission. Like that's almost...
Was that you were a CL in...
No, but I was drawn to it.
Yeah.
It very much reminded me of like a Mass Effect romance.
Right, yeah, you're right.
That it also had a lot of tragedy in it too.
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I think CL was an interesting character for me that I was like, I had a lot of interest in, like, what was her deal? I think in the end, I romanced Lune because that felt more right. Lune and Verso feel right to me a little bit. They feel like... I don't know. There's something that works there.
Everyone's damaged in a specific way.
I think CL is still very much in love with her husband, and she's down to like have a good time.
It's the end of the world, baby.
Yes, exactly. But I think it was Lune for me with Verso. I was like, I buy this more as a genuine thing.
Yeah.
Which then makes that moment at the end where she's so mad at him hit even more.
You referred to it earlier. You're talking about the moment where she's cross-legged
at the very
end.
Yeah, because we'll get to the very end there, I'm sure soon. But like, so then once you kind of did all that side stuff, did you just go straight to the final area?
Yep,
okay, nice. And then a little bit after the fact, and then you were done.
Yep,
nice.
So I probably played somewhere in the like 45 hour range, which again.
So you were probably adequately leveled for the final fight in a good way.
Well, you had given me the warning because again, we have this rule of like no podcast, no sharing things about the podcast before we do the podcast.
Yes.
But it was weird because I was doing it when you guys had already finished. So the thing that I think you told me is don't overlevel yourself.
Yes, because then you get this very anticlimactic final fight where I'm like, I didn't even have to do anything, and I just like kind of like 2-hit Renoir, and he's done. And it was like, okay, it's over. And don't get me wrong, I loved all of the additional content that I did, and I don't know if I had beaten Renoir and finished the game, would I have gone back and done that additional content? I don't know. I was loving it so much that I was like, I didn't want this to end.
Yeah.
And so I think maybe if the game just had like acknowledged that like I did everything and like maybe beefed up Renoir's level or something, made the challenge
and he scaled
maybe a little bit, like, and I understand wanting to give people the option to like go finish the game, and if you want to do these extra fun things afterwards, go for it.
Yeah.
But it would have been like cool if the game maybe acknowledged that you were at level 99 and that like Renoir is really here for like a level 40 or whatever, and you could have maybe scaled him in some way, knowing that I completed all these other extra areas, right? So that was my one thing. Where
you have the platinum for it now?
I do, yes. Yeah.
And that requires getting everyone to 99?
Everyone, at least one.
1 to 99.
Yeah, but it also like I was
What do you have to get to 33? Do you have to get something to 33?
weapon level.
Yeah.
Weapon level of
Silly.
33, which was good.
Silly.
But honestly, the toughest thing was Simon. So I'm
Yeah.
assuming you didn't even
Did
take
not.
you didn't even take a
Nope.
look.
Nope.
Have you looked at anything
I've seen
regarding
the Simon memes.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you've seen Simon, but you've never actually experienced Simon.
No, but I saw some of his attack patterns and how many
It's
parries
insane.
and dodges that you need, and
Yeah.
I'm like, nah.
Even the area to get to Simon is a really, really
Nah,
hard
I'm
area.
good.
Yeah. No, I'm just curious. Yeah, because
Yeah.
it's Simon's. Like, nah, I don't think you'd be wanting to play Simon. I don't think so.
No, I will, much like Bloodborne,
Yes.
I will play through it. I will not touch everything.
Nice.
You can't, sorry.
Yeah. No, 100%. So now that we've kind of gotten through it all and we've kind of dodged around it a little bit, the ending. So
We haven't talked about this.
No.
You and I.
No, me
Even
and you.
off mic,
I have
yeah.
no idea. I could guess just because it's like it's Ben Starr. But like who so at the end once you beat Renoir and you have to make the choice between save the canvas or destroy the canvas and you're picking between Maelle and Verso.
Mm-hmm.
What do
you think I did?
Are you going to subvert expectations here and
Yes.
actually you didn't.
I did.
You went with Maelle?
I did.
Really? What was
Yeah.
your justification for that? Because I'm surprised. Because knowing you're like, I Verso all the way. But
Yeah,
like,
he's
what?
so cute.
Yeah, but like, what was it about Maelle that you sided with her?
So it was really like one emotion for me where I just didn't like the choice being taken from me.
Yes.
Where I had a visceral reaction to Verso making the decision for me.
Yes.
Where the way I interpreted it was that Maelle wasn't saying, I am going to stay here forever.
Right.
It is saying, like, I do not want to give this up now.
She may have even
And you are
said
taking the
just
choice
for a
from
little
me.
bit. She might
Yeah.
have even said that when she said
And
bye
look,
to Renoir.
That could have been BS.
Yeah.
Where, like, we don't know what she's thinking of, oh, I want to be here forever.
Right.
But I got really mad that Verso was taking the choice from me.
Yes.
And I like, viscerally from my gut, made the call strictly from that.
Yeah. I mentioned this in our part 2, but like
I hate being told no.
I mentioned this in our part 2. I really hated that the older men in her family were saying,
Yeah.
this is not what's good for you. I know what's good for
Yes.
you. You need to leave this canvas because I know what's good for you.
Yeah.
You don't get the choice to make this. You can't make this choice here. You don't
The
know enough.
patriarchy.
It is.
Yeah.
And then Verso falling in that same pattern. I was just like, no, like she wants this. What kind of life is she going to have outside of this? She's disfigured. She can't speak. Like her family hates her.
Yep.
Like she
is blamed for the death of her brother.
Her
that
brother.
clearly they like better than her.
literally,
Yeah.
her mother couldn't even get over it, so that she painted her with the scars in the canvas herself. Like,
Yep.
regardless of all of the fact that, like, oh, she's not dealing with her grief. Yeah, but what are you giving her otherwise?
Yeah, it's and so chose that, go through the ending.
How'd
And
that ending make you feel?
I was
'Cause-
like, oh no.
yeah.
I'm like, hold on. Who's that in the movie?
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Why is there paint on her face?
Yeah. It's very much the game. The game makes it feel like it's the bad end. Like, neither ending is great in that, like, you're not getting a happy ending one way or the other,
Mm.
but this one feels like it's full of dread.
And it was the music.
Yes.
It was almost like a horror film.
Yeah. Yeah. It's very much a case of like, oh, maybe Renoir and Verso were right.
Mhm.
Like,
that's the bad ending.
that it is.
Yeah.
And it's like,
They're both hard, but I think the Maelle ending canonically, and I don't know what the fan base has said, but that canonically feels like the bad ending.
it feels hopeless, where
Yeah.
Verso's feels hopeful.
Yeah.
Like, there's hope
Yeah.
in Verso's ending. With Maelle's, it's funny because, like, there's kind of the discourse around, like, why should I care about any of these fake characters once it's revealed that it's like a painted thing and these people have not that they have no choice, but they're all fake creations in
Yeah.
a painting,
Mhm.
right? Oh, Lune and Ciel and all of them are just fake and they're not real, right? The argument that they're not real.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like, no, they're real because, like, we believe them to be real.
Yep.
We care about them, all
Yep.
these things. Maelle's ending to me has a, like, oh, Maelle's just pulling the strings.
Puppeteer was the
Yes.
exact word I was thinking.
Yes, she's pulling the strings.
Yeah.
She's making Verso He doesn't want to be there, and she
Make
knows
him
it.
dance.
Make him play music.
Yeah.
He hates it. He
Yeah.
doesn't want to be there.
Mhm.
And like it's everything is happy-go-lucky. Sophie and Gustav are back, and they're everywhere. There's children. Everyone's so happy, and it feels fake to me.
Mhm.
The minute everyone was just so happy,
Yep.
and Verso is miserable on stage, the happiness that I see in CL, I see in Lune, I see in Gustav and Sophie feels manufactured by Maelle because she's so far. Like, once you realize that you have the power to control this environment and you're bringing back,
You can bend it to your will.
you can bend it to your will. You didn't like the fact that Gustav died, justifiably.
Yep.
But
Bring him back.
Bring him back. Okay. So where does that line stop? Oh, you had an argument with Lune. Okay, well, I guess I'll just paint that memory away from her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where does the line stop? Gustav, or sorry, not Gustav, but Verso has expressed not wanting to have this life. And you're actively going against his wishes and making him play for you. It is very much not dealing with your grief. And maybe her intentions were pure to start, but clearly she devolved into doing the same thing her mom was doing.
Yeah. And look, you could interpret and say, like, the way I justified it in my own head was, at some point, all of these characters will die.
Right.
In the painting.
But maybe not, because Maelle could...
Right.
Yeah.
But my thought was, is there a time where, when everyone is passed, will she finally say, okay, it's time to deal with the real life? She could fully go, let's just reset this whole thing so I can live this fun life again.
Right.
But my thought was, this seems finite.
Right. And that was the idea. It was like, it's not forever. It's just for now. I think that might even be the quote. She might even exactly say that line to Renoir. It's not forever, it's just for now. And that's the implication. And then you kind of get this like twist reveal at the end with her thing where you feel for her so much, but it's kind of like, oh God, like this actually wasn't what was good for you.
You're the characters from WALL-E that are just in the VR and they don't want to experience real life.
Literally.
Yeah.
So then, did you go back and play Verso's ending, or did you just watch?
I watched it.
Yeah. And how did that one make you feel?
And I went like, oh dang, that's like,
yeah,
that's the canonical ending.
It's sad. You're saying goodbye. It's saying goodbye to Verso, but it's also saying goodbye to the canvas, everyone who's on it. But
and then you understand like how Monoko fits in.
Yeah.
Monoko was his dog.
Literally,
and like Eski was his toy.
Yes.
Toy?
Yeah, plushie
toy?
Yeah. Yeah. But even like the small moment of back to cinematography, literally just having Renoir and Aline like embrace after all of this fighting that they did and walk away together, you're like, oh, there's hope for something to come out of this that is not horrible.
Yep.
It's hard to see that for Maelle.
She'll be miserable.
Yeah. It's hard to see a positive thing for her here, but also there's still hope for it, which I think is better than the alternative
of a fake
not
world.
dealing with your emotions.
Avoidance.
Yeah, it is. It's avoidance. It's her mom was doing it, and her dad's beating it over her head like, no, you need to deal with your grief.
Yep.
Even though like he maybe went about it not necessarily the best ways all the time.
Yeah.
He was looking out for her, but that's a hard pill to swallow when he's like dictating to her like what she needs to do.
Instead of letting her figure it out on her
Yeah.
own. Which you could argue is her ending of like she's figuring out her own, but we know we don't know, but we feel based on the way the scene is set.
Yes.
That
how it's presented to us.
She ain't leaving.
Yeah. I know. So that's the thing. It's just like there's so much nuance. It's not clear cut.
Nope.
There's so much nuance between all of it. It's so well done.
And I really hope that this team continues to make games.
Yeah.
And I hope that they look, I think Clair Obscur, if they make 2 or 3 of these, you can go, is this the new Final Fantasy?
Yeah, yeah. I hope it doesn't get to the point where it's kind of like they're just churning it out. That'd be terrible. But also, would I eat it up? I may eat it up.
Yeah.
Give me that baguette.
Look, are we going to get a film now? Who knows?
Honestly, do I need a film? No. Will I watch the crap out of a film of this game? Yes.
Or a TV series? Yes.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I do it.
Glenn Powell knows what Expedition 33 is.
Oh, gosh.
That man is gunning for Gustav. I'm telling you now.
I made a face.
When in 5 years from now, the movie comes out and it stars Glenn Powell, I want someone who's listening to find this. Find me on Blue Sky.
Clip me.
Jacob.bsky.social.
Oh, here we go.
Clip me, and I will share the crap out of it.
Oh, my
because
God.
I'm calling it now. Glenn Powell will be Gustav.
Oh, no. I'm not sure I care for that. You can clip me for that, too.
Prepare your butts.
Ay, ay, ay.
Uh-huh.
So, overall, how do you feel about the game?
It's a generational title.
Yeah.
It's one that, not to promote another project now, but for Crossplay Conversations, the other podcast that I do.
It's all cut.
We gave Clair Obscur our number 2 game of 2025.
Nice.
And honestly, I think in hindsight, that's going to be a mistake.
Right.
I think it is the best game of 2025.
Because what was number 1?
Blueprints.
And that's the thing. Blueprints is amazing, too.
Blueprints is a fantastic game.
I think Blueprints is amazing. I think in the general culture of video games, I kind of feel like Clair Obscur's got the staying power.
Yes.
It hit a point so high, a peak so high, that I don't think you can forget. It won't disappear.
I just finished The Last of Us Part 2 last night.
Okay.
As we're recording this, and I think of games like that.
Right.
Games like Clair Obscur.
Yeah.
They're among a rarefied stratosphere of game.
Yeah.
That breaks into the normieverse.
Yep.
That people remember and will talk about for forever, and will impact other games for years to come.
Exactly. Yeah.
I think we got it wrong.
Yeah. Oh, well, I mean, you're on that show. So.
Yeah. In fairness, I at the time, I think I rated Clair Obscur higher than Blueprints, but my 3 co-hosts, essentially, we just flipped it in our orders.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
And where it was all in our top 3.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's this game for me, it has not left my brain since I finished playing it.
Mm-hmm.
It is easily top 5, top 3, maybe my favorite game of all time as of this exact moment. Because I'm trying to think of what is something that has had such an impact on me in a similar way, and I have a hard time. With time, it may settle, but as of right now, it is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm so happy I got the chance to play it when it came out, experience it all when I got to experience it, have the opportunity to talk about it with all of my friends, and now with you. Hey. But it's, I love this game. I'm so excited to see what they do next. I kind of wouldn't mind if they go completely other direction, do something completely different.
Mm-hmm.
See what else they can think up.
I trust their visions fully. As long as in my mind they're making an RPG with the same level of craft, I'm in.
Do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know.
Uh-huh.
So interesting.
What a video game.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Very, very good.
Yep.
So that's our final thoughts on Clair Obscur Expedition 33. If you enjoyed these last couple of episodes, you can send this to a friend and give us a 5-star review on your podcasting platform of choice. Only 5. 5 for those who speak French.
If it's 3, leave it at home.
5 étoiles.
Mm-hmm.
Merci, s'il vous plaît. You can follow us on Blue Sky at leftbehindgameclub.bsky.social, Instagram at leftbehindgameclub, and you can join our Discord at leftbehindgame.club/discord. Jacob.
Yes.
Where can people find you? And is there any other shows that you would love to plug?
Hell yeah. So you can find me on the internet at Jacob McCourt on basically everything. I make a lot of short form video now about indie games mostly. So Jacob McCourt, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube Shorts.
Nice.
I also host another podcast with friends of the show, Luke Lewis, Claire Lewis, and Joseph Hooper, called Crossplay Conversations. We just wrapped up our 2025 Game of the Year discussions. So if you want to see the best games of 2025, including our thoughts on Clair Obscur Expedition 33, you can find that wherever podcasts are found. And then can I deliver a hot exclusive onto this here podcast?
Would love it.
So a bunch of us, pending the world staying the way it is, will be at PAX East.
Fingers crossed.
And hot exclusive for those listening to the show, we are bringing back video game trivia once again to PAX East. And so if you are at PAX East in Boston on the Saturday, March 28th, at 7:30 in the Bobcat Theater, we are bringing back video game trivia for, would you believe it, the 7th time ever, with a fantastic crew of folks, including myself. We've got Moises from who writes all over the internet, Moises Tavares. We've got Matt Finneman from SDGC. We've got Mr. Badbit from the Trophy Room. We've got Adam Gumbert, friend of the show, who was on our Citizen Sleeper 2 episode at the start of 2025 from Respawn Aim Fire, and then Kate and Emily from No Small Games. It's a stacked crew. If you're at PAX East, please come find us. Travis will be in the audience, maybe keeping score. Who knows?
Oh, gosh. I will be there. I will not be on stage.
No?
No.
What if I pull you on stage?
Oh, no. You're getting gommaged.
Hey, Travis, thanks for having me, and thanks for doing such a great job hosting today.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on the show.
It felt so weird.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll have you on again in the future.
Travis, where can you be found on the internet?
I am on the internet at
Great.
traviscolnett.bsky.social.
Yeah.
Yes. And that is it.
We did it.
We did it.
Uh-huh.
Oh, my God. Well, that, my friends, is one less game. Shout out Mike Ruffalo. One less game left behind. Bye.
Bye. It's so amazing having you be the boss now.
I don't know if I wouldn't say amazing. Let me have some wine.
You're the boss now. You're the boss now.
I'm going to drink wine because I need to for that.
Yeah.
Do we need to clap if we're in person?
We do not.
Just kidding.
Make a clap.
Please clap. No, actually, could you applaud me? If we're... Yeah. No. Just kidding. That's funny.
That's going to go at the end. You're welcome.
Let's see.
You have the list of items?
Your list of demands? Yes, I do have your list of demands. God. Okay.
You've got this. You've never done this in front of me, though.
No.
It's going to go great.
I haven't practiced.
Yeah.
You
got this. I believe in you. I'm going to stare directly at you as you host.
Oh, I'm not looking at you at all. This is a conversation where you're just staring at me and I'm looking over there.
Yeah. Is your wine French?
It's in a skillin.
Oh, it's not French.
No.
Damn. Next time.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be French wine.
And that's our show for today.
Yeah, no, I'm going to do it. Give me 1 second. I just need to get to the end. Or I have my notes here. I just didn't want to have to cut everything. You just cut out dead air instead of...
What's nice is I can just see the dead air in the waveform. So.
That's what I'm hoping. That's what I was trying to not say anything. And then you decided I'm going to say things and mess up my dead air. Let me just make sure I have your thing.
Video games are a unique medium.
They can tell stories,
Immerse us in strange, fantastic worlds.
blur the very boundaries of our reality.
But at the end of the day, video games are fun. Whatever fun is to you.
I'm Jeff Moonen,
And I am Matt, a.k.a. Stormageddon.
and on Fun and Games, we talk about the history, trends, and community of video games.
It's a celebration of all the games we play and all the fun we find within them.
And there's so many more games out there, so we hope you'll share in that conversation with us.
Fun and Games podcast with Matt and Jeff. Find us on certainpov.com or wherever you get your podcasts.
And happy gaming.